Toyota's Race Week is presented by your local Toyota dealers. Let's go places.
Greetings and welcome into this week's edition of Race Week, powered by the Sporting News. I'm your host, Zach Klein. And for the next 30 minutes, I'll be at that wheel, guiding you through the twists and turns of the racing world. As the offseason continues, folks, we're taking a look at the drivers who figured to be in the hunt for a Cup championship at the season's end. This week, we profile a driver who, a couple of years ago, came as close to winning a championship as one can without actually winning a championship. More now in this week's preview. Joe Gibbs has seen a lot in his time around the sports world. He has coached winning teams in Super Bowls and had players win MVP awards. His drivers have won Sprint Cup championships. That is what makes his declaration before this racing season so unique.
For our Cup program, I got to tell you the truth, this will probably be the most excited I've been going into a season. Why
is he so excited about this season? Well, for one, over the offseason, his team acquired the highest profile free agent on the open market, 2003 Sprint Cup Series champ Matt Kenseth. Gibbs pulled Kenseth away from Roush Fenway Racing, where Kenseth had driven for his entire career in the middle of last year's racing season. Gibbs needed a veteran who has a championship to mentor a stable of great young drivers who are on the cusp of winning their own championship and might need a little help breaking through the championship barrier. He thinks he has that in Kenseth.
It's great having Matt on board. I think he's somebody that we all respect, and I know Denny, Kyle, and Brian do also. And so it's a thrill for us to have him on board.
And Kenseth thinks it was the best move for himself and his family.
At the end of the day, I think you look what's best, for yourself, and certainly it was this, you want to put yourself where you feel like you can have the most success, and I felt like that this was the place for me. So I feel real good about everything that I saw here, everything that they have going on here, just the whole entire thing, not bits and pieces of it.
And though he thinks it is important to get along with the other drivers and help them, he knows the most important thing he can do is integrate himself with his new team.
Well, the most important thing is winning. I mean, there's nothing more fun than winning, but certainly it's always fun to be around a group that has a good sense of humor, that has good personalities, that you can have some fun with, as well. So they're really serious about their jobs. They work really hard here to try to win races and championships, but yeah, they can have fun at the same time, which is great.
And as for being the elder statesman around the young talent at Gibbs,
I don't feel like that. I actually feel like the new kid, coming in here. This is certainly Denny and Kyle are the guys. Certainly I'm third in line, and I'm coming here with my eyes and ears open, trying to learn as much as I can, try to see how they do things, and at the same time, hopefully I can contribute, to help them guys and to help the organization as soon as possible.
There was also big news concerning Kyle Busch and his decision to re-sign with Joe Gibbs Racing in the offseason, averting any free agency and locking down the future for both the driver and the company. Kyle felt like the negotiations went well and is happy to stay at Gibbs.
I think anytime that you're in contract negotiation time, that it's always best to get it done and get it out of the way, as long as it's not distracting. We got through the season and knocked the deal out, and it wasn't that big a deal.
But the money and the contract is not why he does what he does.
I'm not here to make a check. I'm here to work hard. I'm here to win, and bringing home trophies and championships is what my ultimate dream is. And, I don't know whether it's the Lord upstairs just making me wait or what, but even if I did win one championship, I'm not done. I'm not leaving. I still want to win more. You still have that hunger and drive to get as many as you can.
Denny Hamlin also had big news in the offseason, but it doesn't concern his contract. No, it was even bigger. It was the birth of his daughter, Taylor James Hamilton. As far as the baby goes, so far so good.
She's been sleeping a lot, which is good. I like that part of it so far. So we're excited to have her. And obviously this season, our outlook's very, very high. So just got to turn winning races consistently into championships consistently. And I think we know the formula to do that.
The future looks bright for the Joe Gibbs Racing team. And if things mesh between the drivers the way that they think it will, they could all be competing against each other for the Sprint Cup Championship.
Toyota's Race Week is presented by your local Toyota dealers. Let's go places.
Build anything with the new Toyota Tundra. Now lease the new 2014 Toyota Tundra Double Cab for $329 a month. That's $329 a month on the new 2014 Toyota Tundra. Toyota, let's go places.
Toyota's Race Week is presented by your local Toyota dealers. Let's go places.
And thanks for keeping it locked in. Race Week, powered by the Sporting News. You know, it's always a treat for the drivers to race at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The legendary Brickyard is not the track best suited for fendered racing. It is not the fastest track on the circuit, nor does it have the best sight lines for the fans. But it does have one thing: history. Well, make that two things: tradition as well. It's status, where a track everyone gives it their best effort in an attempt to kiss the historic bricks at the start-finish line. We revisit that race in this week's Rewind. Time now for our final break of the day. But hang with us when we return. We'll take a look back at a race that is always better when won by a native son, or in the future, daughter. Stay with us. We'll have all the details when we come back.
Welcome to Toyotathon. How can I help?
Hey, Jan. I love the Tundra I got last year. I'm here to get the new one.
The new redesign is pretty tough.
Tundra's the toughest truck I've ever had. My son's getting my old one.
Sweet. Am I getting the boat, too?
Now lease the new 2014 Toyota Tundra Double Cab SR5 4.6-liter V8 for $329 a month. Toyotathon is on, our biggest event of the year. Toyota, let's go places.